Hello and what is up, you guys? I'm Chloe Rom and this is Let's Cluck About Chicken. Today we are continuing answering the question of what do chickens eat? But we're talking to a feed mill manager, we're talking to a Mount Air management trainee, and we're talking to a truck driver. Before you watch the video, please pause and take the before survey that I have linked down below. I also do want to say that I'm so sorry again because I filmed all of the videos on my phone and the formatting got a little bit messed up, so please bear with me for this video and a few coming forward. First up, I talked to John, the feed mill manager.
Okay, so I started out, grew up on a farm out in the Midwest, dealing with livestock, mostly large animal, running cattle and hog operations. Came out here back in the late 80s to run a hog operation out here and ran it for 4 or 5 years, and then the hogs left the area. And by then I liked the area, so I wanted to get involved or stay in this area. So poultry was the biggest thing in livestock here.
He says that he worked with cows and pigs in the past, and then Delaware moved to poultry, which is true because Delaware is one of the biggest producers of poultry in the United States.
I started out as the night shift feed dispatcher for a local company and worked that way for about a year until gradually moved up to day shift and then scheduler, and finally they came to me and said, "You want to learn the feed mill?" I said, "Sure, why not?" So that was my induction to the feed mill business. Went to school at JUCO in Coffeyville, Kansas for the first 2 years, and then moved on to Kansas State University. I would say that most companies would like to see college educated to be this, but not necessarily. Person with good background, good ethical background of working hard, knowing mechanical abilities to them, and just some common sense.
He says that he didn't even necessarily think that he was going to end up in the feed mill, and now he loves it. And he also says that you don't necessarily need a college education to work in a feed mill or in any jobs in agriculture. You just need to be hardworking and have common sense.
My day-to-day operation, I look at a lot of things. I come in the morning, the first thing I do when I get here is I just listen. You can see and you can hear a lot and know what's going on with the operation just by hearing different sounds. So that's the first thing I do when I get to work. I listen. Then I'll start looking at my production reports, see what happened throughout the night, yesterday, look at some variances in ingredients to make sure that there was no issues and no problems. Might make it a little bit faster, keeping it more accurate, that kind of stuff.
John has found a true passion for his job in the feed mill, and he is always striving to do better. Then I talked to Nate Griffin, a truck driver, and he told me all about his daily routine.
I'm in here and we call dispatch, and they give us a load, tell us how much to load on the truck, what type of feed, and then we get on the other phone and call Johnny B upstairs, and he tells us where to pull out, which bin to pull out, and then we go upstairs and load the truck. Construction works where I started years ago, 20-some years ago. And then I hauled over the road for Purdue for about 4 years, hauled feed a couple of years, and then done a couple other things, to pull and dress haul from Mount Air and Purdue.
Then I asked him what kind of certification and classes you need to take.
Class A CDL, like a general knowledge. I think it's 50-some pages you have to study.
Oh, wow.
And you do a written test, you have a general knowledge test, then you have to study and do an air brake test, and you have to do a combinations test for truck and trailer, because there's 2 parts.
Yeah.
And you have to pass all those tests. And then there's other endorsements that you can get if you want additional. But once you pass that, then you have to do like a training and a driving test that they test you on. And Mount Air actually has a driving. They work with Delaware Tech, I believe it is. And if you go there and get good grades on it, Mount Air will hire you.
Asked him how many trips he makes per week because he is a short haul driver.
A week, anywhere from 25 to probably 35. 40.
Finally, he goes on to list places that he's been able to travel to with his job.
California out that way. I've been to Canada.
Oh, wow.
Like 45, 46 states in Canada I've driven through.
Then I talked to Landon Bauer, a Mount Air management trainee. To enter this program, you need to obtain a college degree.
So Mount Air is a vertically integrated company, so they own basically everything in the industry from the top to the bottom, from the hatchery, hatching our own chicks, then make our own feed here, and then we also contract with the farmers. So it's a great opportunity to allow me to see the whole company as a whole. I spend anywhere from a week to 4 weeks in each department, working with managers, supervisors, hourly employees. Gives me a great opportunity to meet new people and see how Mount Air runs. And through this program, I've seen how great of a culture Mount Air has, along with safety. We implement Goal Zero, and that's been a great way to keep our family safe, and at the same time, we're providing food for friends, family, and the community.
Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to complete the after survey and join me next week on Let's Cluck About Chicken.